all things football, fashion, and of course, Foolery. I'm your lovely co-host, SADE, and of course, we have none other than Hill Bizzle, aka Hillary with the I,
aka the most dedicated Chiefs fan you will meet. Hi, y'all.
No, she's never lied about it, and I just got to talk about it already.
We going to the Super Bowl.
I'm sick of it, y'all. I'm ready for this game to be over. I'm done with it, and it's just because of you kill me. It's like a peril vomit to me. It's a peril vomit to me because it's an everyday thing. Since you guys won the Super Bowl last year, it's every day. It's a mask. It's a T-shirt. It's a throw.
Federal law says
and I try to tell her, act like you've been there. I go in already, but I love this shirt.
Well, thank you.
Can we zoom in? Can we go ahead?
This is one original Pusha T. Pusha T. Super Bowl. Miami Vice, you see it. You got the cheetah and Showtime. It's Showtime, baby.
They look a little feminine.
Stop. Don't do that because of the little curly hair. He got a little bang that we talked about. It's a little bang there.
He got the bang. Remember I said, are they going to put like now he going to get an eyebrow ring? I did say that like 2 shows ago.
Stop. Shout out to my squad, man. Y'all, we going to the Super Bowl. And by y'all, I mean the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's give it up. Come on, let's give it up. Oh, I'm clapping by myself. Let's give it up. We going to the Super Bowl.
Just in case you forgot, and I'm getting up, and I dropped my mic. I have to do it. No, because I'm not going to let her take the shine. She is in Denver country, and we are about Denver Broncos. And so with that, we're going to go into a little Denver Bronco news. So follow me here.
First of all, folks, I almost dozed off there. My bad. My apologies.
Oh, you sleeping? You sleeping?
You know, things like I felt like I was in church. Like, what are we talking about here? But anywho, typically we have a drink to start this off. But you know what we're drinking today? H2O. Have you drunk some water today? No, I'm curious. You drink some water?
Well, you know, you got on me about, I had a cup.
You had a cup?
I had a cup of water.
Folks, it is important to hydrate. So, for an individual like me who plans to be in a very victorious state this weekend, and I'm probably going to take in a lot of alcohol, I am doing what's best in making sure that I get my water in. So, if you haven't had a cup of water today, pause, go get some water. It's good. So that's what we're drinking today. We're getting prepared for this weekend. And by we, I mean both of us.
I'm not celebrating with this girl. I'm not watching this Super Bowl with this girl.
That can't happen.
She makes you hate KC. And I don't like Tampa Bay either, but I don't like KC. So with that said, I'm going to go into some Bronco news. And the Bronco news has been the talk about, are we going to get Deshaun Watson?
No. Listen. That's news? That's the real thing?
That is a real thing. You know, even Champ Bailey weighed in on it and said it would be epic if he came. But, you know, also commentators are saying there ain't no culture here in Denver. So that might not be the case. So we might end up still with Locke or another possible veteran to help him out. So
Deshaun Watson in Denver,
let's go.
Colorado.
Deshaun Watson from Houston, Texas. You can come to Denver. We need you.
I don't see it.
We need you.
I don't see it. I want to see it. I want to see success, but I don't see it. I don't see him. He's not the guy for you guys.
And we're definitely not like gonna get a quarterback in the draft because we're in the ninth pick. So those are already gone. And of course, other Bronco news is what's going on with our running backs. You know, Melvin Gordon is facing a 3-game suspension. Lindsey is a free agent this year.
Is he a free agent?
Restricted free agent.
What?
So, I mean, do you just keep him around just because it makes sense budget-wise, or do you let him go and trade up? So,
yeah, I think it's time to swap that out.
We'll see. So,
yeah.
Bronco news.
Let's see what's going on. Oh, glad you guys have some news. So that's some good stuff, folks. Let's see what's going on with Chiefs. Obviously, Super Bowl, but we're going to get into that. I think the biggest Chiefs news is, COVID is getting everybody, and it's shutting some people down. My team was slated to get some haircuts, right? I think like 20 plus of them. Mm-hmm. And then the barber got COVID. And so it's been big news because it's like they was almost there. They almost went to the barbershop. Uh-huh. And can you imagine what could have happened if anyone on you know, from a Patrick Mahomes to a Travis Kelce, I mean, really anybody at this time, because this is the time to shine. We need all of our players. So I'm thankful that we dodged a bullet. He was able to cut one of our players' hair. He was like one of our O-linemen, but he actually.
Oh, so he's not important?
Well, I didn't say that.
You just said like, oh, my O-lineman. Oh.
All I'm saying is there's more O-linemen if he were negative, but our O-line, whoever that individual, I didn't get his name, I'm sorry, folks. He actually tested negative. So we're still in the clear. So, you know, that was some news. And then, of course, just today there was a car accident with our assistant coach, Britt Reed. Yeah. And so, you know, prayers go out to his family as I think his son is in like a critical condition. It actually happened in Kansas City, Kansas. So, you know, I don't know. I'm thinking last name Reed. He possibly is connected or related to Andy Reid. Don't quote me there, but definitely want to just send our prayers and hearts out to his family for sure.
Prayers to his family. But I come to think, right? Like, so if the whole team would have got COVID, I would suspect that they would have just postponed the Super Bowl. Come on.
Yeah, that's accurate.
They wouldn't have.
That's right.
They wouldn't have.
Now that you're probably right. Now maybe one or two they would have been like, oh, Chuck Titty said the kid, but.
Are you saying they would have did you guys like how they did the Broncos?
Oh my.
Is that what you're saying here? Okay.
Are you talking about when the Broncos recklessly was having a meeting with no mask and then you all got
how your barber got COVID? Could he have been recklessly out there
our barber
somewhere?
And he probably was, but that has nothing to do with my guys who are doing what they do and just going to get a normal haircut so they can look so fresh and so fly on the field. They don't have anything to do with his activities. You individuals, on the other hand, recklessly met at a unclosed location, no mask. I mean, you make your bed, you sleep in it.
Anyway, y'all, fun fact, as we were talking about games being shifted, moved, every day of the year, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, a game was played. So the first time in NFL history, they use every day.
Every day. That's pretty dope.
Every day.
Should it be like that? Is COVID really bringing about things that maybe should become a new norm? Why is Sunday only dedicated to football?
I don't want to compete with other shows. I don't want to compete. I did. You go now, I'm going to be hooked on football 7 days a week.
Yeah.
It's already hard. I mean, it with Monday, Thursday night.
It's fair. You like, I got some hitters that I got to check into. I get
right. I'm just going to tell you, I'm not tuning in as every day out the week.
I can follow that. So let's talk Super Bowl. We going to the Super Bowl.
I'm going to let her have a moment.
Go. Listen, let me tell you something. It was one thing, folks, that we hadn't been to the Super Bowl. Or we really hadn't won a Super Bowl in like 50 years. That was last year.
When did y'all win? When was the first?
Last year we won.
The first one?
No, last year was actually our second.
Oh, second time. Oh, okay.
And some would say it's a little questionable because I don't know if it actually had changed and the name was Super Bowl yet, but still, it was the NFL's championship game. And that's going to be that 1969 and 76.
69, 70, 71. Oh, okay, yeah. Now, she wasn't even born yet. I don't even know if that is a valid 70. Super Bowl, but okay.
What you mean? It's valid. We got what?
We talking about?
We got two. My bad. We got
see?
Two. All right, we got two. I almost messed up. But anywho, so for me in my lifetime to see us go to Super Bowl one time was amazing, right? Now I'm getting to see mine. And by mine, I mean my folks. Let me tell you how many new Chiefs fans I have seen everywhere I go. Oh, you a Chiefs fan? Oh, you a Chiefs fan now? Oh, you a fan too? No. This is born in my blood Chiefs fan. So to see us go 2 times back to back in my lifetime, I have to say it's a pretty incredible feeling. And so, excuse me if I can't contain my excitement.
Well, no. Talk to Denver fans about that, because the feeling is all too real. We've been there. So I just like to say welcome. I'm glad that you guys are going to back-to-back Super Bowls.
Thank you.
You know, if you win it, you'll be up there with the Broncos. Getting a back-to-back.
Up there with the Broncos. I'm more like saying up there with like New England, and I don't really even like them, but they were like the GOAT of the team. So we'll be up there with like a New England, right? Because they won like back-to-back too, right?
They did. Okay. They have. Okay.
Don't compare us to no Broncos. Like, that's a superior team to be
all
on the next level.
Here. Let's be clear. Because I hate it. We talked about this earlier. Outside of Brady about to make this his 10th appearance, the next best thing has been John Elway, who's done it 5 times.
Oh.
So don't try to go ahead and damper.
You're right.
Our little sunny day.
That was in the past.
With some clouds.
That was in the past.
Don't do that to us.
That was in the past. But guess what? Right now, today, who won in the Super Bowl?
Tampa Bay. Is that what you did?
She's like, okay.
Y'all, she is sick, and she expects me.
It's exciting, y'all.
Or want to be Kansas City Chiefs fan. And let me even tell you how she tried to coerce me. No, because I got to put it out there. She pulled the black card, y'all. She pulled the black card and said,
I stand by it.
You should, just on the strength of he's being black, go for him.
Oh, the brown quarterback. I mean, Black Lives Matter. First of all, let's talk about that. Quarterback-wise.
I'm not saying that that's wrong.
Quarterback-wise, he's already like one of 3 African-American quarterbacks. Between him, Russell Wilson, and then we got to take it all the way back. So I do think that it's something when you have, not history, but someone like history. When you have this case for this young black quarterback to go back to back. And I just think that in itself we should get your blessing. But if we don't have it, it's okay.
Yeah, I gotta just let her have this moment. I do. There's nothing that I can do about it. I apologize in advance.
I'm done.
Bronco fans, this is what we get. 24, 48, 72 hours out there. I'm over it. I'm done,
y'all. Okay, we done.
I'm ready to discuss what happens after the game on Sunday.
I know.
But can we talk about who's performing?
Let's talk about
who's performing for the
halftime?
For the halftime.
Who is the performer?
The Weeknd.
Oh, it is The Weeknd with his new face.
But is that real though?
Listen.
Is it a real face or is it just a ploy to get people to tune in?
Are you implying that that's not like, because I thought maybe it was for like a movie or a video, but I don't know. I think he got a little new face. I feel like those cheeks are way chubbier than normal, but I don't know. Are you excited about The Weeknd?
I'm not. I'm not excited about The Weeknd. I'm excited about Tampa Bay though. I'm playing y'all. What's the key? What's the key? I want to hear from you.
Super Bowl.
I want to hear from you, Casey. How do you beat Tampa Bay?
How do you beat Tampa Bay? So, let's break it down. You've got some greats going against some greats, right? You got a Patrick Mahomes going against a Tom Brady.
Yep.
You've got a Travis Kelce going against Rob. What's his last name?
You like Gronk?
Gronk. There you go. Gronkowski. I'm sorry, brother. I messed his name out. You got all-star wide receivers in Mike Evans.
Chris.
And then Tyreek Hill. Like, this game is set up for you to be like, this is going to be straight offense. They finna shine quarterback to quarterback. But for me, I'm really thinking that defense is going to be a shining star. And I know that people have talked about, the defense has to step up, but I think so much light has been put on the quarterbacks and what we are going to bring offensively that we are forgetting, like, just last game. And a lot of people will say, well, it was his receivers, Tom Brady threw 3 picks. My guy Mahomes has had, he's been pickalicious these last few games. He's had more picks than normal. So, I think those defense pressure is going to really change the trajectory of this game. It's going to really, holding those guys to get out that pocket and like have pressure to throw. So for me, I'm really, really looking for defense to shine. I'm looking at, on the Chiefs end, those Chris Jones and, all the people I say in defense, from Tyrann Matthews to L'Jarius Sneed, Frank Clark, Daniel Sorensen. Now, a lot of people don't say his name. He's the one that stopped that mega big play for the Browns, like right at the goal line. So I'm really, 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 really looking for the defense more than I'm looking for the offense. Like, of course, I want to see Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes go head for head and throw for throw and have 20 touchdowns each, but for me, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think defense is going to shine. I think defense will prevail.
Okay.
On both sides.
I mean, I think it's interesting how you say what you said that about Brady throwing some picks, and there's just a stat recently saying that he's best in the Super Bowl, like playing in a championship, and then looking at KC's stat, I would say notably last year. Even though you guys won, was not your best performing game. And so I agree with you. You say defense, yeah. I mean, I'm hoping, I would hope that you guys are hoping that Shaquille Barrett doesn't have a great game. I mean, you gotta hold him. A whole bunch
of Pro Bowlers too we dealing with, like.
Right. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, some things that you keep doing, that Tampa Bay keeps doing, is keep rushing, a 4-man rush. That's the key. Throwing it deep.
Yeah.
As long as that Brady is able to be a statue in the pocket, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. It can't be any mistakes at all. So I think it's gonna be an interesting game. Is Mahomes gonna come back, win another one, no mistakes, or is the GOAT gonna do what the GOAT does best?
Here's the thing. I hear you with the no mistakes, but mistakes will happen. We just need everybody to show up and show out. We need to play Chiefs football. And I believe if we do that and everybody tweaks, I mean, again, I'm looking for that defense to, like, I want Matthews to have some. I want to see our defense is going to have to, because we're going against Tom Brady. And, Tom Brady next to Patrick Mahomes is a beast, and people call him the GOAT, and everybody's looking for this GOAT and the kid.
The GOAT and the kid.
Yeah, which I do want to say. So, you know how I feel.
What you say?
It's a little bit coincidental how all these things have played out. And I'm going to sit with it.
No, let's go. No, because you're going here. You're going here. So the GOAT and the kid, y'all. The GOAT and the kid.
Right? You got a team. No team has ever played at home field advantage in the Super Bowl. Right? And so now Tampa Bay will be the first team doing that. You got a man in Tommy Brady. Tommy, I'm so used to calling him
Tommy boy.
And Tom Brady, who started in a whole different conference, AFC. You gonna just leave this conference, go to a whole nother conference, NFC. Take a whole team from the bottom to the top, Tampa Bay. Bring over your homeboy, Big Kronk.
Keep going. Keep going. And what you call that?
Go against us. That is the future. They want to say, Mahomes a future Brady, but he'll be better than Brady. But I think the GOAT, a baby GOAT is called the kid. So you got the GOAT and the kid. You cannot tell me this is not a story. Like, oh,
what are you trying to say? Like, I don't understand what you're implying.
If Tampa Bay win, I think that it's something to talk about. I think that there's something to say that.
Are you saying?
I don't like using the C word.
No, I want you to say.
I don't like I don't like the C word. I don't like the C word.
What are you saying here? Stop beating around the bush. If the GOAT wins, Tampa Bay comes through in strong arms, y'all. What's the problem? Are you gonna accept that win? Oh, you're not gonna accept the win.
What are you gonna say? It's got a little bit of conspiracy. I don't like that word. I didn't want to take it up.
Conspiracy theory over there. I mean, they got some weird ideologies going on.
And they do look at him as the great white hope when we're talking about Tom Brady. I'm just saying, folks, it's something to talk about. Like, just all these things just happen.
It's an all new gate. Remember, they did have the deflate gate.
Exactly.
You did bring that up. Exactly. Now, I will say, as much as I love Brady, as much there's been... And no. Let me take that back.
Cheater will always be a cheater.
As much as I love and want Brady to win and beat the Chiefs. He's been a little bit questionable. There has been some things in the past, from the spy gate, the deflate gate, and now you are saying
something seems a little fishy about this. But listen. My squad is deserving. It just seems a little fishy. I know Tampa Bay had a decent squad and they were good and they were just missing a quarterback, but it just all seems to always just fall in Brady's lap, you know? And again, you are absolutely right. I'm never going to be able to go for Brady because once a cheater, always a cheater. And that's just what he is. But it's going to be a good game. I cannot wait. I think it's going to be an overall good game. I feel like is Jasmine Sullivan is singing the national anthem. I think that she's doing a little part of the national anthem.
Is she?
So that will be dope. I'm not really excited to see the weekend, but we'll see. You know, we'll see how that plays out.
Nowhere near excited about the weekend. Yeah. I'm sorry, weekend.
I know. Looking forward to commercials. You know, some good commercials. That's always okay.
No, let me tell you how she just tried to glide over Brady and his excellence. And she just tried to change up the subject because she knew that I had some things to say about Tom. And we're going to say that this is all things Tom, because we're going to give this man the respect that he deserves in playing in this league for 21 years. Not only going to the Super Bowl this time, but this will be his 10th appearance. 6 rings. 3 consecutive appearances in the Super Bowl. 4 Super Bowl MVPs.
Oh.
I'm just saying. You gotta give the GOAT.
Oh, we want to talk some stats?
You gotta let people know why he's the GOAT. And so she just tried to just brush over those few stats, which are pretty big.
Shout out
and
to Tommy.
And they call him the quarterback on the wire. He comes back. He'll come back on you. We all seen what happened to Atlanta.
You're right.
You better play all 4 quarters.
I can't take any of that away.
You better play all 4 quarters.
You're right. I can't take any of that away from Tom Brady. Great job. Good guy.
Go ahead, the GOAT.
Good guy.
You do.
Can I share a few stats myself? Sorry,
No. Your time is done.
Are you done?
What you
sharing?
Are you done? What you sharing?
Because you was riding his dick a little tough. Are you done?
What you sharing?
Are you off of his dick?
Oh, what?
Are you off?
Wait a minute.
Are you off of his dick?
Wait a minute.
Excuse me, folks, but I felt a little rotten there. Are we good? Okay.
No, I don't swallow. Maybe you have.
I didn't swallow. I said,
I'm not on anything that you were saying. I don't know where you're going.
Y'all, it is Friday night.
I swallow water. I don't know.
I think you misunderstood me. I didn't say anything.
What did you say?
I said, are you off of his dick?
Am I off of his? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whoa, folks. Well, it is clear there is no swallowing here. It's a little X-rated. I swallow my water, but sorry about that. But anywho, let me give you some stats, okay? Because you just wanted to flood me all on Tommy Boy's jock. Super Bowl champion.
Tommy.
Super Bowl champion. Super Bowl MVP. That's last year, 2020. NFL Most Valuable Player, 2028. NFL Offensive Player of the Year, 2018. I'm sorry, not 2018. First team All-Pro, 3-time Pro Bowler, NFL Passing Touchdown Leader, 2018. Sports Illustrated, Sports Person of the Year, 2020. Burt Bell Award, Sammy Boo Trophy. That's just college stuff. So what I did is I just listed some accolades for Patrick Mahomes, who's only been in the league 3 years. And so, yes, you're right. Tommy is great. And he's like, I cannot, it's like a LeBron. Like, I got love for LeBron. He's talented. He does what he does. But I'm not the biggest LeBron James fan. Shout out to you, LeBron. But Tommy is great. All I'm saying is, we got something like great too. We do.
That's cool.
We got something like great too.
That's cool. There's no denying it.
Okay.
I'm not going to say he's not great. I'm just saying pay respect, pay homage to one who is the GOAT. The greatest to do it of all time.
Listen, I got time today.
And I just named a few. I named a few. I don't have to go ahead and debate why Tom is the greatest. You should know those stats. I don't gotta debate that.
I mean, I've been a Chiefs fan all my life. New England has walked all over us, has always cleaned up. I know what Tommy can do. I'm not by any means going into this game like, oh, breeze, easy breezy. No. I wouldn't be a realist if that's how I was walking into this game. I'm walking into this game that the best of the best two teams have made it this far, and we're gonna see the best of the best throw down. And I'll be honest with you, everybody's like, I want to see a good game. People, let me be clear. I don't give a damn about no good game. Let's go, Chiefs. I want to see a victory. Victorious is what I want to come out on top. Good game would be a plus for me. And you know, I like football, so great, but good game, bad game, as long as the Chiefs win, I'm going to be good. So
I don't know. I can't get as hype.
You can't get as hype?
I can't. Like, I'm sitting here, y'all, and I'm trying to get as hype. These ain't even my team.
I understand.
But Casey ain't my
team.
Let
me just be hyped for you, okay? Let me just be hyped for you. Go Chiefs. No Super Bowl talk. Super. I mean, it's safe to say you going for Tampa Bay. I'm going for the Chiefs. Let's see how this goes down. 4:30 Mountain Time, so it comes on 4:30 here in Denver, Colorado. Sunday, February the 7th, which is 2 days from today. Please join in and watch the Super Bowl so we can talk all about it next week.
And join in on the poll.
Yep.
Right? Join in on the poll. Who do you think is going to win in the Super Bowl showdown?
Yes. So, I'm very interested to see what the people think.
So with that, we are going to take a break.
We'll be back.
Stay tuned. Yes, welcome back. Had to take a little quick break, water break. Make sure. We had to have a full off-screen discussion about me riding Tommy's.
Well, it was. I have to. Vex. Like, damn, Tommy's your guy.
I'm a commentator. But I'm gonna go ahead. You want me to commentate? You want me to commentate?
Come on, commentate. My bad. That's on me.
I can't commentate. No. I can't. So I can't talk about the Broncos.
No, that's on me.
In there.
That's on me.
What you want me to do?
What
you want me to do?
I'm apologizing.
What you want me to do?
I didn't put no respect on your professionalism.
Thank you.
And that was a professional move to cover both sides.
It's false facts out here. You going out here, you portraying me to be someone who I'm not. You know, I got some Bronco fans out here who ride with me. You out here got me out here looking real shady.
Well, they all know you a Raider fan too, so that was just...
I ain't a Chiefs fan. Okay. That's what everybody knows. Boy, because I'm not. We'll be going at this all day, people.
Are you done or is you through? Is you through or is you done?
I'm through.
Is you through or is you done?
I'm through. I'm done. Okay, I'm through.
My bad.
Go ahead,
I'm just saying, I'm so used to everybody riding Tommy that I'm just like, here comes another one. Here comes another one. It's the Tommy. Well, you know, everybody. Tommy is, oh my God, he's so beautiful. He's so fun. Everybody say that. I've heard dudes like, isn't he just beautiful on the eye? Like,
I wonder where he stands though regarding the Black Lives Matter movement. And that might be a
deal breaker.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something you could ask like a lot of these players that are non-black.
It's a deal breaker for me.
Well, let's go with. I mean,
Black lives. Not everybody is feeling like Black lives matter.
This is so crazy because you're gonna be like, how are you connecting it? But follow me here. So let's talk a little foolery. Chad Wheeler. Seahawks. He was a lineman for the Seahawks. They have now released him. This happened a couple of weeks ago, but Chad Wheeler had a domestic abuse squabble with his wife.
Was that a squabble?
Yeah, well, attempted murder is where I'm gonna go with it. Like they don't want to call it that. But just to get the story out, Chad Wheeler was arrested on counts of domestic abuse, where he tried to strangle his girlfriend, fiance, wife to death. He did it to the point where he strangled her, smothered her, trying to suffocate her. Started eating. She somehow came back to life and came in, and he, in response, said, "Oh, you're still alive?" And so I'm not making this up. These are, from all news reports and stories. He has been released from the Seahawks. This is not according to some of the news. In college, he had an episode like this, and they are calling it a
manic episode.
A manic episode?
Yeah.
Which manic episode means like there's some schizophrenia. He has this,
he
like,
has
it's
mental
a
health
issue
that
right?
they've known about. And if you know about it, you treat it, you deal with it.
Yeah.
But not at an expense of a young lady's life. Mind you, this young lady is African American. And the reason why this fight even broke out is because he asked her, not even to ask, he told her, demanded her to kneel to him. Black girl, to kneel to him, and he beat her bloody. He beat her bloody and strangled her till she. The goal was to kill her. Yeah. And again, this is a white man and this is a black woman. And so when I was talking about follow me here with the Black Lives Matter, what's been a huge thing is protect the black women, but it hasn't really been talked about, right? Like it hasn't been top of the line news. But if you go back, think about Ray Rice, that elevator scene and what happened there every second on the hour, every this. Nobody talked about him having mental issues. Nobody even tapped into that. It was just constantly played. And so the biggest talk is, if this man were black and that woman were white, would this story be as big as all of the other stories? True, right? The other side of that too is he's 310 pounds. 310 pounds. The cops come to his house and get him. And it takes three cops to wrestle this man to the ground. Wrestle. So one, let a black man be 6'7", 310 pounds at a house, and they already know that you beat your woman dang near bloody. No wrestle nothing. Is he coming out of that, y'all? Is he coming? Are you gonna wrestle him? Mind you, they said they tased him, and he didn't respond to the tase. Are you There's just no way. And again, it's not being talked about. The NFL commissioner does his annual speech, like the president annual speech, and he did it on Thursday. And people were even saying, at no point did he even mention it. Did he even mention that we're not for domestic abuse, or, that whole stance of being, pro women and we don't support that. He never even mentioned it. And again, if that were a black player, would that be the topic? That would be the topic. They would have polarized the topic from Antonio Brown to Hunt, and his every single one of those domestic violence situations were polarized. Yep. To the 10th degree. Like I said, Ray Rice is not even in the league anymore, and again, this young man has been put out. He's never bounced back from it since. Never. They had my man Tyreek Hill displayed for his kid. That was everywhere. So Antonio Brown, he did beat his kid, right? But he got a little something. Correct me. It might have been. Well, I know Tyreek Hill, but I do feel like Antonio Brown was in something. I don't know if it was physical more than it was just some. We'd have to do some fact check there. But I think just the moral of the story is
we talk about race and we talk about things changing and evolving and getting better. You know, we talked about a couple weeks ago 7 coaching jobs that were there, and only 1 Black man got offered of those 7.
Mm-hmm.
So just like how things are changing, but how so much still is not. And the fact that, you know, you have this major situation, you have this Black woman face looked, I mean, it was awful. You know, it was almost like the Rihanna picture that they put everywhere against Chris Brown, right?
He made it back though, Chris Brown.
And Chris did make it back.
Chris made it back.
And him and Rihanna got a little cool relationship. You know, she's forgiven him. But this was awful. When I saw that you, 1, it's because she wouldn't bow down to you. Yeah. And 2, she gets up and you like, oh, you still alive? That wasn't what I expected.
You walk away, come back and say, oh, you were trying to kill her.
Like, oh, I thought you'd be dead and just go eat a turkey sandwich? Like,
you see how they do?
You see what I'm saying?
It corrects you, y'all. Adrian Peterson.
Oh, Adrian Peterson. Yeah, yes, AP.
Cool. Yeah. I'll listen. You can't tell me I can't whoop my kid. You know, I'm just saying.
Right. Well, you know, I hope you get the help that you need, Chad Wheeler. You know, mental health is a real thing. And again, because they said he had an episode like this in college, clearly he has never taken care of this. So supposedly that's what he said. He's taking time away from the NFL to go and deal with his mental health
I think the NFL said they done with you. It ain't no
I think the NFL took time away from you.
Because he did admit it. Like, he did admit, like, he admitted it, but pled not guilty.
But pled not guilty because of the mental cop out.
That's a cop
and again,
out.
I'm not trying to knock people with mental illness.
Like, yeah. For the NFL, what is the responsibility of the NFL if you know that players are suffering from mental health issues to this extreme? Like, y'all had to know that he had these issues prior to coming into the NFL from college.
Yeah.
So what were you doing?
What are you doing?
You know, just the other discussion around like CTE, we already know that the concussions that players face can lead to stuff like this. Yep. So, I mean, although they're making strides to protect players and their brains from concussions, if that is related, it's not enough. But if you know someone has mental health issues,
you help them prior. Don't help them after the fact, after a big tragedy. Help them prior. So yeah, agree with that. Well, we hope you get the help you need. So moving on into I was gonna be a mad, not cool treadway. But I was gonna go into some Becky news now. You know.
Oh, you gonna?
Hey, Becky. Hey, Becky. Hey. Becky with the Becky. You better call Becky with
which one? Becky in the park. Becky on
what's that? Is that her name? Becky too?
Karen.
So you know where's Karen? Becky's younger, I think. I think Becky is the younger one. Karen is the older. That's what I'm gonna put it. Okay. So let's have a conversation about a recent Becky. So NBA, we switching here. First of all, let me have a disclaimer, or not a disclaimer, but let me have a correction. I think a while back I was like, NBA's coming back. They're in the bubble. No. They're not in the bubble. Have not been in the bubble since the return of the season. So, you know, they've had kind of like closed games, but they are trying to get with letting some fans come back in. And so the Los Angeles Lakers were playing the Atlanta Hawks. Mm-hmm. And then you have who they like to call I'm not calling him King James, but LeBron James was doing his thing. And 2 fans, a couple, older man, 60-ish and plus, and then a young lady, 25, on the sideline, and it was like some heckling, you know.
Got some hotels.
Well, I ain't saying, but I ain't saying she go do, but yeah. So they were heckling, and the guy and LeBron exchanged some words, man to man, and then here comes Becky.
Courtside Karen.
And her name happens to really be Becky, just so we clear. But here comes Becky, and Becky says, "Don't you talk to my man like that." I'm sorry, it took a lot for me to get a Becky tone. And so Becky and LeBron began to exchange words. Becky says that LeBron said, "Shut up, bitch." However, I saw it. I didn't really get those words out his mouth. He may have said shut up, sit down. I don't know. But she said that's what sparked her. And so from there, she made all of these videos. And she got a little, again, their words was really pussy is what she called LeBron. Bitch.
She was defending her man.
Is that what that was?
She was defending her man. Her man couldn't do it, so she, had to
Who said her man couldn't do it.
Obviously not, because she said she was defending her man and she had to stand up for him and get to jaw jacking back with LeBron.
So that's acceptable?
No, it's not.
Okay. Because I'm like,
But LeBron did say that he didn't feel like it was needed for them to be thrown out the game. He didn't know if it needed to go that far and for Karen to be thrown out the game.
I did see that. I did.
So, I mean, that was
and that's
big
just a good guy. Yeah, that's just
big of him.
That's LeBron trying to play both sides. Yeah, right.
Because I'm like, get her out of here. I would have been out on the court like,
LeBron is front 10. It sounds good. Sounds great, LeBron. That sounds like a wonderful, you're such a great guy. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, right. If they wouldn't have got kicked out, LeBron probably would have been like, no, the game doesn't go on until they're out of here. So we'll never know. But it sounded good. It really did. But yeah.
He called her a bitch?
He may have said a collective like y'all bitches talking about her.
She could have called him
She could have. We never know what's said. We never know what's said. Like who said what. You know, I don't know. I do know. I do know that I have been at games where I'm like, yo, get this guy out of here. It's not fair to the players. I'm distracted. So I do know that there are some hecklers and people say some stuff that is way out of line. But what I heard was it was two men to men. Like, I'm a person that's like, let that man be that man and talk to that man. Like,
I agree with you.
I'm not saying stay, there's no such thing as a woman's place, but you sit down. Like, I think that as women, often we try and jump and get into things all the time because that's our nature, that's what's in us. But sometimes, if it's a man and a man having a conversation, you let that man and man have that conversation. And that's just my opinion. So
no, I would agree. I agree because it could have went.
It could have went left. Yeah, it could have went
so
totally
just
left.
knowing your place, when to say something, when not to say something. But she shouldn't have said nothing at all.
She shouldn't have said
that serious. But all right, we're gonna Becky Court. Well, she got two names: Becky and Courtside Karen.
Courtside Karen.
Sit down somewhere.
I know. And she made sure to say, "We have season tickets, and that is my money that you are throwing down the drain.
Get a refund."
And that ain't your money. That's that 60-year-old husband.
Was that her hotel Gold Digger? Is Gold Digger her track? Gold Digger? Okay.
The rock was blinging. You could tell she's taken care of for sure. But shout out to LeBron. I think he handled that very classy and, you know. Yeah. What I heard is that his wife, Savannah's gonna put the paws on her. So she better back up. I heard Savannah he said his exact words was, what she don't know is I'm the nice one. So I'm assuming he's talking about his other half. She's gonna put the paws on her. But you know.
If she was there.
True.
So in other foolery news, because that's like I'm sick of Karens.
I'm totally over Karens.
But something that made me scratch my head was, did you see Little Uzi Vert's Diamond?
Diamonds are
not like friend. So Little Uzi Vert, a rapper, in the industry, I guess.
What's Uzi Vert's song? Push me to the edge. I'm not friends and dead. Is that the song? That's messed up. That's the only song I know.
That's the only one.
But he got some little bangers.
He has some hits. No, he's really very popular. He has a huge following. He's a little weird. Definitely big into anime. But like when you are searching for something, is it because you're searching for a new high? You're searching to be loved more? You're searching because you want attention? Yeah. But what would make you go put a diamond that's supposedly worth $24 million in your head?
Is it $24 million?
They said it's supposedly worth $24 million, and depending on how it gets taken out, it can kill him. But he looks like the guy from Avengers. He does. I'm like, you look crazy. And I've seen like the diamonds that people are
putting in like that little chest.
Right.
They're like I remember Lala had one on her cheek.
In their back. But y'all, go check out this picture.
Don't lose your life on the count of no diamond in your head. You feel me? Because if you telling me this diamond worth $24 billion, a cat that ain't got nothing.
Listen, don't come to Aurora. Don't come to our neck of the woods.
That's scary.
No, let's be. Come to Aurora, but don't come to our neck of the woods. Cause you might not walk out with it. You
gonna see that body and they gonna skim that little head right on now. Yeah, I don't know. When I saw this, I was like, okay. Is it like something you can take out and put back in. But nah, I think like once it's in there, like you said, if he tries to take it out, yeah, girl, what people do with their money, I don't know. I'm like, he could have got a gold diamond crown. You feel
Go buy yourself an island. There's some stuff.
Trill.
Give
24 million diamonds.
I guess I can't say nothing since I don't got 24 million to put a diamond in my head. But yeah, I'm not with it. I can't do it.
That's weird. Yeah, that's very weird. If you get a chance, folks, definitely go check that out. And if not, we'll definitely throw a picture up next week. It's some weird looking stuff, you know.
But there's just some real weird stuff going on, like in the environment. I mean, we can jump right on into.
Please talk about T.I. Please talk about T.I.
Tiny. Not the Grand Hustle family. T.I. and Tiny out here.
Debobically. I feel like they throwing my man. I don't know. Debobically.
Debobically is a
He come up with a word.
He does.
I feel like they got him in a debacle situation. That's probably not even a word, but that's a word.
It's nasty.
Yes. What kind of
him and his wife are in a situation.
It's so awful.
If you guys know, just in recent news, there is a lady who has been very close to her camp. You know her name?
I don't know her name. I've heard it through Shaquana, her best friends. I've heard it more through those people, and I've actually never heard them say her name yet.
No, I don't think they're trying to give her any power. Yeah. But there's a lady that's been very close to their camp, who's just finally come out, and she's done with it. She says she's sick of it, that they are abusers. And that what they typically do is they lure women to whatever their fantasy is, their fantasy land bedroom. They drug them, and then they sexually abuse them. Almost to rape. And there's been some like horrible accusations against T.I. about, you know, how he talks to the women. But then they say Tiny is the one who's orchestrating this all. So that is what kills me. And this one woman, when she spoke up, 15 other women have come forward, and some have been underage. And so it's like, do you believe what is said? Is there some truth to that? I mean, obviously, they get down with girls. In the bedroom, they get down and they have threesomes, but
that's so my bad.
Is that it? Like, you gotta go ahead and take these drugs before you can come in, and I need your phone because these are some of the allegations that are being said.
And signing non-disclosures, right?
Give me your phone when you walk in this door. I need it. You must take this drug. These are what some of these girls are saying. Take this and this, and he treats them like cattle.
But okay, first there's so many things I want to say about this, because I'm not with drugging anyone or doing any of that to get out for pleasure. However, even you just said it. I believe that these women were there voluntarily. I don't think if you have the choice to say you got to sign this, you got to get your phone, you got to take this, you got a choice to be like, no, I don't want to give you my phone, no, I don't want to take this, no, I don't want to sign this, I'm out. So although those may be the stipulations for it to engage in their entanglement, you don't got to go with it. And so you can't go with it now or go with it then and now because something ain't came back, or maybe they don't want to, you done got where they don't want to roll with you anymore. Now it's a problem. It just seems weird that it's like, I feel like, and T.I. said it. He said anyone that was there and doing what they were doing, it was
agreed.
It was agreed by it was at will. Now, on the flip side of it, I do think it's a little ironic that 15 women come out, right?
I'm gonna say, even though like one of the victims, two of the victims that came out were underage at the time, and they were saying more of his camp was like pressuring them like to come upstairs to the hotel room. And to me, it's like, at that point in time, what responsibility does your camp have? So even if it's not you, T.I., yourself, but what is your responsibility? And that just took me back to the whole R. Kelly scandal.
I was about to say, you gotta go to Kelly on this.
Who were around, who knew and didn't say anything.
Nothing.
And so you're as guilty. You're as guilty. And just to know that even then, I don't care if it was back in 2009, 2004, when these young girls were 15 and 16, they still babies.
And then you think about like Tiny, right? As a woman, as a mother of a daughter, like, it's so much speculation, right? Because we just don't have like, yes, yay. I told you, like, I think it's something, I'm a woman and I never want to discredit a woman, but I do think it's something that we immediately always say, yes, that's true. Yes, because she said it is true, without doing any fact checks, without doing any research, without doing any investigation. It's like, that's it. And again, as a woman, I never want a woman to feel discredited, but also, you know, being the wife to a black man, the sister to a black man, you know, the daughter to a black men are often always just accused, right? And we never take the time to like question it. Is the accusation right? You feel me? Like, who's doing the research? Who's doing the checking in on it?
Right. They always trying to tear down a black man's image.
Always.
And that's what I say. There's not enough research. If you ain't tearing down our black men are being killed. Our black men are not receiving the opportunities that everyone else gets an opportunity to receive. And so, no, like, I'm with you. I hear you. Just gotta.
But then it's like, you need to keep your escapades in the bedroom. Because I'm like, y'all a little reckless if everybody knows what you're doing. I mean, because when it came out, it was like you said, the camp and, you know, some of the homies was like, you know, that's
trying
their
to defend
lifestyle.
them. There was a friend that
that's
validated it. Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what y'all do, is you just bring girls into the bedroom. And that's another discussion. Because does that open up the gate to other things?
Hell yeah.
If I bring a girl into my bed,
hell yeah,
right, with my husband, right, is he gonna go ahead and want to be out there and be like, well, I wonder what it feels like to go ahead and try that experience without my wife?
Yeah.
It just, it's like, you know, they say they're about gateway drugs. I'm gonna call this a gateway opportunity.
Gateway opportunity.
Gateway opportunity. You open up that gate. It's
because you can't tell me. I believe that they probably have ventured out separately. You know, and again, it's a lifestyle. You know, I look at, like, you know, Tiny, T.I.'s wife. First of all, let me just, because I got so much things going on. I love how I haven't heard Tiny speak. I love how Tip has definitely taken the forefront of this, and he's been the one speaking. He's been the one taking it. He's been the one that I've seen in the media, and I think that that's something great that you got a partner.
Okay, wait a minute. You saying that all nice, yeah? Because I'm gonna go ahead and be the devil's advocate, because his wife, he done made his wife go and said, "This is what my fantasy is. Go ahead, and baby, I want you to fulfill it." I'm just making an assumption.
I think you definitely making an assumption because Tiny, again, Tiny, I got love for you.
You think it's her?
I think it's an equal.
This is what my fantasy is, baby. Bring the girl in.
These girls is wild, Fred.
I'm not saying that it ain't happening like that.
They loving every minute of it. And so I look at like her castmate, you know, Candy. Candy has made it clear, this is what we do. Me and my husband, we do that. We have threesomes. No, again, I'm not trying to knock Atlanta. I got love for Atlanta. Atlanta is a dope city, but I think in Atlanta there is a lot more of that freedom when it comes to like black, I should say, because often black people try not to talk about all of that.
What they do in the bedroom.
Right. No, we don't do that.
But you go to Atlanta, you saying anything though.
Well,
we gonna talk about it. We
shout out to all the Atlanta people. I love me some ATL. But yeah, you got your strip clubs. It's a very, very happening place for people of color, black people. And so I do think there's a lot more anything goes. And so yeah, like I don't know if it's all Tip. I think that's a lot. Tiny probably down with that. Like I think that's they're together because they're equally yoked. And I think equally.
Yeah, you gotta take it.
I think equally.
You gotta take it, yeah. It's not
they
one
both
or the other.
Are down for that.
It's not one or the other. You're right.
Yeah, so for me, I just thought that was super dope that, you know, I've been seeing him more taking on these questions and taking on these accusations. I haven't seen a lot of her. And, you know, that's just dope to really, you know, show up for your mate, especially as a man, and be like, nah, babe, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna take care of this.
He better.
Well, not all people are doing that.
You making me bring girls into the bed.
Not everybody on that.
Making me bring girls into the bed.
Speaking of Atlanta, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, if you watching, you from Atlanta, shout out to the ATL. However, NBA All-Star game in the midst of COVID in Atlanta, Georgia,
with no bubble.
with no bubble?
You just talked about the city that has everything can happen. They don't even wear masks out there. We hear.
They're hotspot.
We hear you can go to the club, to the club, and party and live it up in Atlanta.
Is the NBA right for that though? Like seriously, like you talking about young, rich men that are out here. Some of them probably are in states where they can't do anything, and you're gonna have an all-star game in Atlanta, Georgia. Again, the hot spot for Black people.
Yeah.
And then gonna expect them not to do nothing, don't get COVID. Like, what?
You know why? They gonna expect them not to do any of that? Because I cut your check. So yes, I'm gonna expect you to go to Atlanta.
Yo.
Go to your room. Don't get in trouble.
These is grown people.
Don't go to the strip club.
These are adults. Like these are adults.
Because I pay your check. That really ain't gonna happen like that.
I totally hear you, dog. I hear you.
But you would think that, like,
you would think that. I hear that. I definitely hear that. You're right. You're getting a check. Here are your restrictions.
You can't even stop football players. Other people. How many times have we reported?
Yes.
I think Deshaun Watson was when they got in trouble.
How many games have already been postponed? How many players have already had to sit out due to COVID? So now you saying, okay, I mean, come on. That's like putting a candy bar there and telling a kid don't touch it. Like, I just think it's a little much.
Bubble, though? Can you create
I don't think you can do a bubble in the All-Star.
In the All-Star in Atlanta? Can you create just something real just for that little short time?
No. I don't see any of that happening. I see a wonderful weekend full of events and activities, and then the next week, oh my gosh, we've had to shut down the NBA due to 14 COVID cases, all from different
They're going to be like 14 COVID cases, 6 new strands. They got it in the strip club.
Yeah, so. I mean, good. I think it's dope because, again, I was listening to somebody and I understand. I think, like, players get extra money, right, if you make it to the All-Star because All-Star is selected by the fans. So I totally understand that. But I just question, like, that's some messed up stuff because then they'll be in the news. These guys just couldn't stay in.
These thugs.
Right?
Stuggins.
These thugs just had to go and slap some booties. They gonna be saying something. Caught this group in the strip club. You feel me? Like, yeah, but y'all put them in this city, this thriving city, and like sit in your hotel room. I'm just interested to see what restrictions they will require and what they will say. Like, because right now with the Super Bowl, I think you were the one to tell me they testing 2 times a day. Like, aggressive.
Yeah.
2 times a day, and if anybody tests positive, absolutely out for the game, no matter who you are. And I think that's very aggressive, but I do think that's going to help. Keep them in. What's going on in world news? What's some world foolery happening out there? Politics. You always got the political side of things.
Man, they have been going to war with this lady by the name of Marjorie Greene, who is a U.S. House Representative. And the reason why she's made a little name for herself in the upcoming weeks is because after the Capitol riot, she's been found to have these crazy ideologies, just these crazy beliefs. That do not fit the word of the American people. And so Republicans, ironically, have been riding with her. But the U.S. House Representative, the Democrats, said we're not. And they actually voted her and removed her access from multiple committees within government. It doesn't mean that she is stripped from her U.S. House Representative seat because the people did vote her in. And so we have to be cognizant of that. But they are saying that what she represents can't be on committees.
Is she a good seat? Is she somebody we want to see there?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's the person that...
You don't know how to hear Marjorie?
Yeah, let me tell you, Marjorie is a supporter of the QAnon. She really
don't know how to hear Marjorie.
Has said horrific things about people from being Black, from Muslim. Her views are erratic.
She gotta go.
So, I mean,
she gotta go.
If you want a QAnon supporter, if you want a Proud Boy supporter in government pushing their ideologies, then that's what you get. But here's the thing, it just backfired. She says, y'all stripped me, it's actually just giving me more power to keep pushing the Republican group to the right. So we'll see.
Peace out, Marjorie.
Yeah, we can't have that. We can't have it. But she's still gonna, use her platform and keep talking trash about everybody.
So I know we were talking about, and this is totally different, but the transgender thing. Let's have that conversation, right? I know it is such a sticky and sensitive topic because we want to respect everyone and their being. But let's talk about it. Go for it.
Yeah. If we're going to talk about it there, let's talk about transgenders playing in the NFL. Let's talk about what Biden just signed. He signed an executive order allowing transgender to enlist into the military. A lot of controversy around that executive order because this was something that Trump put in place, a ban against. And it just brought up, there's been some talk, is the NFL, we talked about, are you ready for women? But now is the NFL ready for transgender. Individuals
What do you feel? What do you feel? You always ask me, tell me your thoughts. What are your thoughts?
I don't want to sound sexist or nothing. I just don't think we're just there yet. We're there yet. I can't say that it won't ever happen. There's a lot of things that we would have to figure out first when you're talking about the NFL and other sports. I just don't see it. We've seen the NFL try to, well, they did. It wasn't a try. They had the first black gay athlete, African-American man by the name of Sam.
He's out of there.
That tried to come in, and
that was awful.
The NFL wasn't ready for it. But I could tell you, there are men in the NFL who like men.
Yeah.
There are probably men in the NFL who might feel like they are transgender, maybe. But I just don't think that we're in an environment to be as open as we say we are. What do you think? How do you feel about
it? I don't know. I don't know. Because there's those part of me that they're transgenders. If you didn't know that they were transgender, then would it be even would it even matter? If I'm a male that comes in there, right? And I'm a male that comes in there and tries out and I'm good and you see me as a male and I walk, talk, and act and carry myself as a male, it's but then it's the flip part. I think we're thinking even though you transition, you're still a female, right? Mm-hmm. And that's our, I don't know if it's ignorance, but that's our thought process where transgender's nah, I'm all the way over, I think, so yeah, I don't know. That's a sticky situation. It's to say, because we're looking at it just as females being males. What about the other way? Male going to a female and doing more of a female role.
We've seen a major
Joanna Man. No,
you said Joanna Man is not a real.
It's not, but it's a real situation.
Let's talk about
Joanna Man.
Bruce Jenner.
Yeah, that's a real one.
That's a real situation.
He was an athlete. I want to put a light on this.
He was a full male, blown, drawn.
He was, but in his male realm, when he crossed over to Christian, or what's her name? Whatever Bruce's name is. What's her name? Caroline. Something with a C, ain't it?
Hey, what is her name?
It ain't even that important. But when he crossed over to her, he's not doing any of that, right? But again.
But he knows how once you're an athlete, you always an athlete.
Yeah. I doubt if he's a little too older for that. But I'm just saying, would we be okay if a transgender went into WNBA? Or would it be well, that's not fair? Because he's really the power of a man.
That's a man.
That's a man.
Who's 7 foot out there.
Exactly.
What? No.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. So I don't know. That's a very yeah, things that make you go, I'm interested to see what the people think. If y'all feel like we ready to have transgender individuals, specifically in sports.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, man, that's been a hella fire show. Y'all going to the Super Bowl.
We going to
I said it for you.
Let me get up, cause I want y'all. Do y'all see?
No, I'm taking all her memorabilia.
Let's see
out here.
Let's see.
Give her second, y'all. Give her minute to shine.
We going to the Super Bowl, y'all. Like, I really hope that when we meet up again next week that I'm in I'm doing my happy dance, you know?
Or she's in all black.
No, because at this time, I'm calling conspiracy. I'm putting it out there. You can, like, some people will do it after the game. I'm telling you right now, I already have some.
No, you sound like Trump. Trump said, if Biden win,
you will never.
If Biden win,
you will never compare me to no Trump.
I mean, it's so recent. I don't know what else to say. It's Trumpism that got into your head a little bit about these conspiracies.
Where's my? You took it. You got jokes. You got jokes.
You see how she was looking for her memorabilia, y'all? You see it. We out of here. That's all we gonna say. Listen, the show is over. Tune in next week. Go holler at us.